Life today is filled with endless flashes of pleasure. A new message, a sweet taste, a small victory, or a glowing screen pulls us in. Each spark feels rewarding, yet something deeper is missing. We chase again and again, but peace slips away. True wisdom shows that joy cannot be found in these restless cravings. It is only uncovered when the mind learns stillness, patience, and freedom from the endless pull of desire. This is where ancient teachings reveal their power. The mind often whispers that the next small thrill will make us whole. It could be the taste of sugar, the pull of a phone, or the hope of praise. The chemical spark that comes after gives a sense of pleasure. It is short and sweet, like rain on dry ground. Yet as soon as it fades, the craving grows. The promise of joy was only a shadow. The real result is restlessness. We are left searching again for the next small hit. These small rewards feel like happiness, but they hold a hidden cost. They plant the seed of endless wanting. With each taste, the mind learns to seek more. Instead of fullness, we are left with an empty cup that demands to be filled again. The more we give it, the more it wants. This is the trap that turns the search for pleasure into a cycle of pain. Ancient wisdom teaches us to see this clearly. The mind mistakes the spark of excitement for true joy. It forgets that real peace does not come from chasing. It comes from resting in what already is. When we pause and see the craving as it rises, we step back from its control. The promise of pleasure weakens because we see it for what it truly is. The lesson here is gentle but strong. Do not be fooled by the glitter of instant reward. Notice the craving, smile at its trick, and let it pass. Joy that is rooted in calm will not vanish like smoke. It will stay, steady and deep. When you learn this, every small craving loses its power. You no longer need to run after fleeting sparks because you have found the flame of peace within. Quick pleasures feel harmless, like drops of sweetness in the day. Yet each small thrill has a hidden price. When the mind learns to live on these bursts, it grows weak. The ability to wait, to endure, to hold steady begins to fade. Every short hit is like feeding a fire that cannot be put out. It burns brighter, demanding more, while the strength to resist slowly slips away. The weakness does not appear at once. It comes quietly, like water eroding stone. Over time, patience shortens, focus scatters, energy becomes tied to chasing little rewards. The ability to sit still, to breathe in silence, to act with clarity becomes harder. What once was simple now feels impossible. This is the unseen cost of relying on short pleasures. Teachings remind us that true strength is built in the moments when we choose not to give in. Each pause is like lifting a weight for the mind. With every act of restraint, discipline grows. The power of self-control becomes a friend that walks beside us. The mind no longer trembles when the craving rises. Instead, it learns to smile and let go. Think of a tree that grows deep roots. Storms may come, winds may rage, but it will not fall. The same is true for the one who stops feeding on constant thrills. Their roots are patience, focus, and peace. The storms of craving cannot shake them. So the call is simple. Notice when the quick reward calls your name. Take a breath. Step back. Each time you do, you strengthen the roots of your being. In time, you will no longer be swayed by every small pull. You will stand steady, calm, and free, because you no longer trade strength for weakness. The mind has a clever trick. It confuses craving with happiness. It whispers, if you get this, you will be at peace. If you taste this, life will feel complete. For a moment it feels true. But once the craving is fed, the hunger returns. The happiness was never real. It was only the temporary relief of desire. Like scratching an itch, it soothes for a while, then returns stronger. This mistake is the root of endless suffering. The mind believes happiness is outside. It believes peace will come after the next thing, the next hit, the next moment of pleasure. Yet real happiness is not found there. It is found in freedom from this chase. It is discovered when the mind sees the craving rise and chooses not to follow it. An ancient wisdom says that joy is not in the object of desire, but in the release from desire. When craving ends, even for a moment, a deep calm fills the heart. That stillness is the taste of true happiness. It is simple, quiet, and steady. It does not need to be chased because it is already here. We can learn this by watching carefully. The next time the mind says, "I need this to be happy," pause. Ask yourself if the joy is really in the thing, or if it is in the peace of letting go. Try it once. Skip the craving and see what remains. You may discover that nothing is missing at all. Happiness is not relief from craving. It is the absence of craving itself. When we see this truth, we no longer run after shadows. We rest in what is real. The heart becomes light. The mind becomes free. And in that freedom, we taste a joy that no craving can match. Chasing pleasure feels endless. Each desire leads to another. One moment of joy quickly fades, and the search begins again. The pattern is like running on a wheel that never stops turning. No matter how fast we run, peace does not arrive. The chase itself becomes the cage. The reason is simple. Craving has no finish line. Once one desire is met, another rises. Even when we gain what we wanted, the mind soon grows restless. It asks, "What next? What more?" Satisfaction slips away, and the cycle begins again. This is why endless chasing never brings peace. True calm is found when we step off the wheel. When we see that running faster does not take us closer to happiness, we pause. We breathe. We discover that peace was not at the end of the chase, but in the choice to stop chasing. Teachings remind us that life is not about feeding every desire. It is about learning to see desires as passing clouds. They appear, they shift, they vanish. We do not need to hold them, nor do we need to fight them. We simply let them come and go, while we stay steady like the sky. This shift brings great relief. The heart feels lighter because it no longer has to run. The mind feels calmer because it no longer needs to grasp. Peace is not found by adding more, but by wanting less. By loosening the grip of craving, we find rest in the present moment. So when you feel caught in the chase, remember this. You do not need to keep running. You can stop. You can rest. Peace is here, waiting in the stillness of the moment. When the chase ends, true freedom begins. The pull of instant reward is powerful. We live in a world where everything can arrive at once. A message appears, food is ordered, images flood the mind in seconds. The brain lights up with excitement. The spark feels good, but it teaches impatience. It makes waiting feel unbearable. The heart begins to demand everything now. This habit weakens the ability to enjoy the slow, steady rhythm of life. It blinds us to the beauty of patience, the sweetness of a meal shared, the calm of a walk, the quiet of a sunset. All lose their glow when the mind is trained only for speed. We miss what is here because we are always rushing toward the next thing. The wisdom of restraint is clear. Instant reward is a trick. It offers sugar, not nourishment. It excites, but it does not satisfy. Like a spark, it burns bright and dies fast. What remains is emptiness. Real joy comes from depth, not speed. It comes from allowing things to unfold in their own time. Think of a seed planted in soil. It cannot be forced to grow overnight. It needs sun, water, and patience. The fruit will come, but only when the season is right. Life is the same. The most beautiful things take time. When we learn to wait, we learn to live. Each time you pause before rushing, you reclaim your freedom. Each time you resist the pull of instant pleasure, you strengthen your heart. Slowly, the mind learns to rest. It no longer begs for speed. It learns the value of patience, and in that patience, you will find peace. The world will feel full again, not because it is fast, but because you are truly present. The flood of stimulation today is constant. Screens glow, sounds fill the air, messages never stop. Each moment brings another spark. At first it feels exciting, but over time the mind grows restless. It forgets how to focus. It forgets how to rest. Discipline fades under the weight of too much noise. Overstimulation is like feeding the mind endless sweets. For a while, it feels good, but soon the body grows weak and tired. The mind is the same. Too much input drains its strength. Concentration shatters. Simple tasks become difficult. Silence feels unbearable. The teachings encourage balance. The mind is not meant to be flooded at all times. It needs space. It needs quiet. Without stillness, wisdom cannot rise. Without rest, strength cannot grow. When we step back from constant stimulation, we give the mind room to breathe. This does not mean rejecting the world. It means using it with care. Notice how often you reach for noise, for screens, for quick distractions. Ask yourself if it brings real peace or only restless craving. Try stepping away even for a little while. Walk in nature. Sit in silence. Breathe without rushing. In these small pauses, the mind begins to heal. Focus returns like water settling in a clear pond. Discipline grows like a muscle exercised with care. Slowly, life feels less overwhelming. You discover that calm is not outside, but within. Overstimulation weakens. Stillness strengthens. Each moment of quiet is a gift. Protect it, nurture it, and you will find that discipline and focus return with ease. The world may be loud, but your heart can remain steady, calm, and clear. Desire does not shrink when fed. It grows. Each time we give in, the craving becomes stronger. The taste of one reward only makes the mind ask for more. What once satisfied soon feels too small. The hunger deepens. This is the way of desire. The danger lies in believing that feeding desire will end it. The truth is the opposite. Like a fire, it spreads wider the more we fuel it. The only way to quiet it is to stop feeding it. When we hold back, the fire slowly fades. Teachings remind us that desire is endless because it is rooted in illusion. It promises happiness, but it delivers only more wanting. The cycle has no end unless we break it. By stepping back, by pausing, by choosing not to give in, we begin to loosen its grip. This is not easy at first. The mind protests, the body feels restless, the craving pulls hard. But with patience it weakens, with practice it fades. Each act of restraint is a victory. Each moment of patience is freedom growing. Think of a river that grows wild with rain. If more water is poured in, it floods and destroys. But if the rain stops, it settles. It returns to calm, clear flow. Desire is the same. It grows with feeding. It settles with restraint. So when the craving rises, remember this. You do not need to obey it. You do not need to fuel it. Let it pass, like a cloud drifting across the sky. The less you give it, the weaker it becomes. In time, you will see that you are stronger than your desires. Freedom is not in satisfying them, but in being free from their hold. Real strength is not measured by how much we can take, but by how much we can resist. The world tells us to grab, to consume, to indulge, but the deeper path teaches the opposite. Power comes from restraint. It is the quiet strength of saying no when the craving shouts yes. At first, restraint feels like loss. It feels like giving something up. Yet in truth, it is the greatest gain. Each time we hold back, we gain freedom. Each time we choose patience over impulse, we grow stronger. Restraint is not weakness, it is mastery. This mastery shows in daily life. The one who can resist temptation is steady. They are not pulled by every passing desire. Their mind is calm, their heart is clear. They move through life with ease because they are not chained by craving. Think of a mountain. Storms may rage around it, winds may roar, but it stands tall. Restraint is the same. It is the mountain within. It gives us the power to remain steady while the storms of desire blow. We build this strength step by step. Each small act of restraint adds to our power. Skip one unnecessary indulgence. Delay one craving. Breathe through one restless urge. Over time, these moments gather like stones, forming a wall of strength around the heart. The lesson is simple. Do not confuse restraint with deprivation. It is not about losing joy. It is about finding joy that lasts. It is about freeing yourself from the chains of craving. Real strength is calm, steady, and free. And it is found not in giving in, but in letting go. The illusions of craving are strong. They make the mind believe that peace is found in the next reward. But when we shine the light of awareness, the illusion weakens. This awareness is mindfulness. It is the simple act of seeing clearly, without judgment, without rushing. When we watch the craving rise, we see its tricks. We notice the tightness in the chest, the restlessness in the mind. We see how it promises joy but delivers only more longing. This seeing itself is powerful. It breaks the spell. Mindfulness does not fight craving. It simply observes it, and in that observation, craving loses its power. Like a thief caught in the light, it has nowhere to hide. We begin to see that the craving is not who we are. It is only a passing wave in the mind. With practice, this seeing becomes natural. We learn to pause, breathe, and watch instead of reacting. The urge comes, but we do not follow. We let it pass, like clouds moving across the sky. In this way, mindfulness exposes the illusions of dopamine. The gift of mindfulness is freedom. It gives us space between the craving and our response. In that space, we choose. We are no longer controlled. We are no longer trapped. Begin with small steps. Notice one craving today. Watch it without feeding it. See how it rises, peaks, and fades away. Each time you do this, your awareness grows. The mind becomes clearer, calmer, and lighter. The illusions of craving cannot survive in the light of mindfulness. With each moment of awareness, you step closer to freedom. The power is already within you. All it takes is the courage to see. Freedom begins when we no longer serve craving. The endless pull of desire is a chain. It binds the heart, keeping us restless, unsatisfied, always searching. But the key to the chain is in our own hands. We unlock it by mastering the mind. Mastery is not about rejecting life. It is not about harsh control. It is about gentle awareness, steady patience, and wise choices. Each time we resist the urge to chase pleasure, we step closer to freedom. Each time we choose peace over impulse, we strengthen our mastery. This mastery brings deep joy. The heart feels light because it is no longer weighed down by wanting. The mind feels calm because it no longer runs in circles. Life feels full, not because we have everything, but because we need so little. Freedom is not far away. It begins now in the small choices. Put down the phone when it calls you without reason. Pause before indulging in what you do not need. Breathe when the craving rises. Each small act is a step toward mastery. Think of a bird freed from its cage. It does not need to own the sky to feel joy. It only needs to fly. In the same way, we do not need to own everything or satisfy every desire. We only need freedom from the pull of craving. The promise of peace is real. It is not found in chasing, it is found in letting go. When you master the craving, you discover that you were free all along. The chain was never outside, it was in the mind. And now, with gentle strength, you have the key.